Hello everyone, Vampire218 here, bringing you another installment in my 999 Let's Play. In the last episode, we were asked which door we wanted to go through, and I think I want to see who I would go with if I go through door 5, because I believe as it stands, I'm going with, I want to say, Lotus, Ace, and I don't know the others. I don't want to go with Lotus. So I'm going to decide that it has to be door 5 because I think this will tell me who I would be going through, and then it might give me another option. So, hey, wait! Junpei's cry echoed across the room. The four people walked toward the door, stopped, and turned back toward him. I want to go through door 5 too. The words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up. What? Why are you saying that, Jumpy? If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you. Oh, wait. If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you. He turned to look at her. No, you can't. I can't take you with me. Why? Well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that? June opened her mouth as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked at the floor. Junpei felt an ache in his chest at her clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. There was nothing else that he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions. Please, let me go in door 5. Seven scratched his head and looked at the young man. Oh man. Now, we're right back where we started, you know? Junpei's bracelet number is 5, right? It's really hard for me to get the continuity of the voices, so please don't be too harsh on me for that. It's my first, full LP, so it's really difficult. If we're going to add Junpei, then, we must subtract 5 from the rest of us. Snake turned to Ace. Ace, please take good care of Clover. Oh, alright. That's... Oh, alright. What the fuck? Okay, I'm really sorry. It really is difficult just to get into the swing of voices. Once I'm in them in the episode, it's a little bit better, so... Oh, alright. Oh, alright. That's fine. 1 plus 4 equals 5, so... Don't go away! You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others. No! Don't be so selfish. Snake's tone was harsh. Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Snake's expression softened, then he put his arm around Clover. He held her close and whispered into her ear. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just relax. It looked as though he whispered 2 or 3 more words, but whatever they were, Junpei did not hear them. He couldn't help but wonder what the other man said. Snake pulled back away from his sister, his eyes kind and inquiring. Okay, I understand. Her voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood. Before long, new teams were assembled. Those going to door 5, Seven, Snake, and Junpei. Those going to door 4, Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover. So I like this because I'm not going with Lotus or Clover, as they are the hardest voices. I guess Clover's the hardest voice for me to do. Lotus, I just don't... He seems like a bitch. Ace, it's very difficult for me to get the continuity of his voice because it's basically me trying to do Morgan Freeman. Alright, this is my Morgan Freeman and my Ace voice. June's not hard, and Santa I don't really have a voice for yet, so... But Seven, I have a pretty good voice. Snake's going to be the issue getting into the accent, but once I can get into it, it'll be easier. Seven, Snake, and Junpei scanned their numbered bracelets in quick succession. The screen of the red showed 3 asterisks. All right, let's go. Junpei glanced around the room one last time, his hand resting on the lever of the red. Okay. Please be careful. Concern was written plainly across her face. Junpei looked her in the eye and gave what he hoped was a reassuring nod. He pulled the lever. With the sharp clack of a lock releasing, the door swung open. Ahead of them, in the small hallway, were the pitiful remains of the ninth man. For a moment, Junpei froze. Try as he may, his eyes would not leave the corpse, and his feet would not leave the floor. 7-2 seemed paralyzed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned. He walked calmly down the bloody hallway, and only stopped when he realized his companions were not following. "Do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?" He hadn't even bothered to turn around. His head was, at most, slightly cocked toward one shoulder. Junpei and Seven looked at one another, nodded, and threw themselves through the door. As they did, a cold tone sounded from the left wrist of all 3 men. Seven and Junpei looked down at the bracelets. On both of them, and on Snake's, a red skull was flickering to life. The detonator had begun its countdown. They had scarcely processed this information when... With a metallic slam, the number door behind them swung shut. Unless they could find the device which would deactivate the detonators on the wrist, they would not be leaving the hallway. "Hey, where's the dead?" The fear and urgency in Seven's voice reflected what all 3 of them felt. Junpei spun around, searching desperately for the dead. He found it easily enough. It was on the wall, next to the closed door labeled 5. "Found it! Right here!" As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other 2 scrambled to follow suit. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down. Whew. Well, it looks like it stopped. As he spoke, Junpei wiped the sweat from his forehead with a trembling hand. "Oh, goddamn, thing's gonna give me a heart attack." A muscle stood out in Seven's neck, and the corners of his mouth were twitching. "Jumpy, are you alright? Are you guys okay?" They could hear anxious voices, muffled but distinct from the other side of the door. "Yeah, we're fine. The detonators have been deactivated." They heard relieved sighs, and even through the door, the 3 men could feel the tension disperse. "Hey, alright, let's, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?" "Okay. Sure thing." They heard footsteps moving away, and before long, they were alone again. Junpei looked around. The hallway hit a dead end 20 or 30 feet from where they stood. A thick iron wall blocked the way. Try as they might to force it, wall would refuse to move. To the left, however, was a wooden door that looked positively inviting by comparison. In the middle, it was a plaque that read, "First class." First class cabin, huh? Well, it seems like it. Let's have a look then, shall we? Without hesitation, Snake opened the door and stepped inside. Seven followed closely behind him. Junpei moved to follow them as well, but he stopped just short of the threshold and looked back, not knowing why. Lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. He tried hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it just wouldn't leave his mind. What had once been a man's internal organs now looked so much like vomit, as though something had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, but worse still, it was cruel. It was hard to believe the thing on the floor had once been human. The black pool of thick blood, the lumps of glistening flesh spread around across the floor, the awkward twisted tangle of shredded intestines, the head wretched to some grotesque, unnatural position. The man's glasses lay next to his head. The glasses were cracked and the frame bent and distorted. Next to the glasses lay the bracelet, with the number 9 displayed on the face. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1, you escape from this ship. 2, your your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once your bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or detects the wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. Junpei suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse, and a knot of muscle gripped his throat. He clapped his hands over his mouth and ran to the first-class cabin. The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none the worse for wear. He looked around. Seven and Snake were nowhere to be seen. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened one on the right and went through. On the other side of the hallway was on the other side of the door was a short hallway. He jogged down the hallway and opened the door at the end and peeked through. There they were, to his right, busy examining something. He stepped through the door and walked toward them. What's up? Check this out. We found this thing here on the door. The red light's on. Does that mean something is locked? So I would assume. Is there any way out? We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find nothing. So you're telling me unless we can open this door? Yes, we won't be going anywhere. Junpei stopped away from the door and looked around the room. The room they had moved into looked like a bedroom. He figured the room had originally entered was the living room or whatever passed for one on the ship. Alright, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys. Okay, so now we're back in a puzzle segment, and we haven't done one of these since like episode 1, so holy moly. Finally, now again, if I get stuck, I am just going to be looking it up because I have a time limit for these videos. So, a total table with a mirror. Ah, yes, you would know sort of thing is known as a vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. As such, you could say that every day when a woman looks into one of these, she is staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't that strike you as terribly sad? So, that's not what we need. I'm just gonna kind of be looking. Okay, let's get this paper. It's the cover for something. It looks like you could slip something into it, but there's nothing in here. It says score on the front, so you think this is... Oh, so you think this is for filling in sports scores or something? No, I think score probably means music score, so this is like a folder for some sheet music or something. Okay, so... I get it, you're gonna use the vase, right? That's pretty clever, Junpei. We just gotta fill this thing with water. What are you talking about? Oh man, you don't get it. Grab the vase and take a look around. You'll figure it out soon enough. Okay, so something to do with a vase. Probably the fire. So let's go fill this vase with water. Okay. Suitcase made of leather with a rich mahogany. Oh shoot, looks like there's nothing in it. And we got score plate G. Perfect. A leather suitcase. Dang, got nothing in here. And I won't be doing exactly what some of them say. I'll be just doing the best. But there's some sort of antique desk. That makes sense though, I guess. The whole room's full of antiques. You got a nice handful of cash or all this stuff in here. Because, you know, Seven feels like he's kind of a gangster. Or like, I guess not a gangster per se, but what's it called? Like a mafia, like enforcer. Well, the sink's clean. Any water? Duh, nothing's coming out. We've got the faucet on all the way, but I can't hear nothing. Fill in the tub, I guess. Plug at the end of the chain. Let's see if I can pull it out. Whoa! Hold up! I was just thinking, we might be able to use the water. Use the water? Oh, yeah. Bathtub's full of gross cloudy water. Yeah, if we fill the vase up, then we can toss it. Huh? Not really sure what he's saying. Whatever. Let's just get the vase full of water. Okay. Back. And now I should be able to... There's a plug on the end of the chain. Alright, why don't we just drain this water? Yeah, good plan. Water... Alright. Where's that thing? A good tug ought to get out, huh? Okay, we got the music sheet. Got another one. So let's go back. Go to this door. Oh, there's a toilet. Toilet paper? Some toilet paper on the wall there. Nothing looks suspicious. It's the toilet. Doesn't seem anything in the toilet or the tank. Okay. What's this? This isn't a score. This is a map of the ship. A map? A map? There's a map of the ship here? Yeah. Then I imagine it will prove very helpful. You'd be best to hold on to it, Junpei. Okay. So it is now possible to use the map screen, and then it's going to tell us a whole bunch of stuff of how to use a map. And I know how to use a map because I'm not 5. If you're 5, you shouldn't be playing this game, kid, because we've already seen a man get blown away. So, and also try to stab like a little girl. So, I mean, this game really is not for youngins. I mean, I'm sharing it here just because this game was really good. So we're gonna look under in the bed, maybe on the pillow. Okay. So we got 3 score sheets: A, G, and what? D. Imagine I need quite a bit more. Oh shit! It took Junpei by surprise. Snake, usually so calm and collected, suddenly began to move. He stared about the room almost frantically, clearly looking for something. No, Junpei thought, not staring. After all, he's blind. Blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity. What are you doing? Snake waited a moment before answering. I heard something strange. Something strange? Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans. I notice even the slightest of noises. Right, are you going to tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away? Ha! No such thing. It would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as the sound of echoing in the environment, I can locate most objects. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago. You were at her side. Immediately. So that was... Yes. I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast, certainly as fast as you. As should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them. Junpei was taken aback by this revelation. You know, he stared at Snake, skeptical. You don't believe me, do you? Care to give me a try? I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it. Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we? With a small, self-satisfied smile, Snake turned away and walked away from Junpei. Okay. So this table, a white desk that feels kind of fancy. What doors have I gone in? So I've gone in this door. I gotta go in this door maybe? Ah, okay. A leather suitcase. There's nothing inside. I can tell by the weight. Makes no noise when shaken. Leather suitcase. Unfortunately, there's nothing inside. Ah, another music sheet. So C. Can I combine them? So I think I have to combine them with the other thing. And there's a safe here, but I don't know the combo. The safe is locked. Duh, it's one of those dial locks. Doesn't have a key. We'll just need dials in the right place and it'll open. Did you find anything, Seven? No. How about you, Snake? I also found nothing. I actually really like the combo of these two, and I think that's why I chose this door. It's because Snake really feels very refined. And 7 kind of feels like you're unclerical. So, actually, now that I think about it. Hey, Junpei, where are you going? Didn't we come out of that door? No point in going back there. All that's out there is the locked number door and a dead body. Or what's left of it. Yeah. You know what? I feel like... Okay, this is that room. I think I have to go back in here. I feel like there's something I'm missing. No, a window. There's nothing. Iron plate nailed to it. I wanted to go through this door. And then, is this the bathroom? It is the bathroom. The lights, huh? Doesn't look like there's anything hidden there, though. Actually, you know what? There's a mirror here I might be able to check out. The mirror, what a pair of college kid terrifying giant of a man in a beanie. Stuck in a cramped bathroom with this beast of a man. What my parents say? Oh, something wrong, Junpei? You looked real sad all of a sudden. Oh, it's nothing. Okay, so I guess I want to take this folder. It says score on the paper. I guess you can put sheet music in here. No, I can't get it yet. Okay, well, let's get the vase filled with water and pour it in the fireplace. Oh, there's oh, you know what? I bet that's the good one, too. I do remember this puzzle, kind of. Ha, dog, good job. Another success. That fire didn't stand a chance, boss. Alright, I just put this thing out. Don't want to get burned, so let's pull down my sleeves and combine score plate. Perfect. So, as Junpei tucked the plate into his pocket, Seven cried out and stumbled, his balance lost. He threw out a hand and caught the wall in time to steady himself and avoid the fall. But his face was flushed, and he looked startled. Hey, Seven, what the hell was that? Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, you know. Seven rubbed a couple of fingers across his brow and then shook his head as if to clear it. What the hell's wrong with me? First, memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason? Memory loss? Junpei couldn't help hide his surprise in his voice. Seven, for a part, seemed unconcerned. Right, I guess I haven't told you. I told the rest of them, but must have been before you showed up. Well, long story short of that is that I don't remember Jack from before I woke up here. Didn't realize I hadn't told you. Whoa, hold on a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right? Yeah, I guess so. Well, why are you amnesiac? What happened to you? If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I? Yes, that's true. Junpei paused for a moment, stared at Seven. Are you telling the truth? Well, you look pretty calm for someone who doesn't remember anything. If you really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something? Well, I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up on the D deck. But that was a while ago. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured out it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about it, you know? After all, why worry about something I can't change? While people usually don't stay amnesiacs forever, I figure it'll work itself out eventually. That's it? Yeah. Alright. Alright, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work. Seven gave Junpei a look that the younger man wasn't sure how to interpret and turned to walk away. Somehow, though, Junpei did find his reassurances convincing. Let's grab this shit. Music short. Okay, do I need this or not? I guess not. You know what? I bet I have to combine all this shit with the score. This? No. Okay, I guess. Let's... Do I have everything? I must. Oh, let's try and escape. Oh, this is the fucking other room. Okay, let's go in here. Where's the piano? Where's the piano? Here it is. Music stand seems a good place to put any music we found. Just gotta turn plate on the bottom, and then stack the glass plates on top. Alright, good. Sweet. Now I can play the music. Junpei, would you be so kind just to play the piano? I'm unable to see. You see. I sure should need to tell you, but the keys on the piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be C, and D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully and determine which key first to strike. Do you understand? Yeah, let's give this a shot. Okay, so this... How's that one gonna be? Is it? What the hell? Okay, I got it. Okay, so it's do. just an order, eh? So. Oh my god, for real? Okay. Ah. The hell? Oh my god, okay, so. This is one of my main things about this puzzle, is that it should have been a little bit easier. Like, once I've played the note, that should be... Fuck! Like, it should be registered once I play the note, right? It should register, like, a line by a line, not make me play, like, 12 in a row. Because this is just stupidity at this point. And this is one of the major shortcomings of this game, is that a lot of the... for real. A lot of the puzzles were stupidly designed. And could have been designed in a much better light. So... minus 3. Okay, that is... God. Fuck. It should have been done, like, after you did one line, it should have been, like, that's locked. You don't have to redo the entire thing. And you'll see that a lot. A lot of these puzzles are stupidly designed like that, where it's overly hard. And that is one of the reasons that I think that this game didn't take off. Virtue's Last Reward, the second game in the series, definitely improved upon that. And we're done. Music is not my forte. Wait, what was that noise? Junpei, we did it. Looks like it worked. I have heard something on lock over by the exit. Let's go. Good plan. Duh, stand, bow, be seated. Well, I guess he hasn't forgotten that. At least a snake thinks it's funny. Ha ha ha. Yes, I suppose that was a classroom bell, wasn't it? I don't imagine that was what Zero was thinking of, however. No, Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not middle school. Well, Westminster? The palace in London that plays host these days to the House of Parliament. You heard the Big Ben and the famous clock tower, yes. Big Ben plays a very collection of notes on the hour. That very collection of... The London? The capital of England, huh? At any rate, the door is now unlocked. Let's leave this place immediately. So now we are gonna go escape. Escape. Alright, let's go! You found it! We found it! But yeah, that's one of my main criticisms about this game, is the puzzles are very stupidly designed. So, he came out of the middle... He came out of the door and into a long, straight hallway. He paused for a moment and turned around to look behind him. 7 was bent over, apparently doing something to the door. Hey, what's he up to? Junpei had spoke more or less than to himself, but apparently 7 had heard anyway. The larger man stood up and turned to Junpei. Oh, duh, I was just putting one of those plates in there. It ought to keep the door from locking again. Now we can come back here anytime we want, right? Ah. Why would we want to come back here? Snake was a reasonable one. And 7 thought about it for a moment, and he answered, I might like to play the little piano. Piano? Come on, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet. Without waiting for an answer, 7 started off down the hallway. Snake shrugged and sighed, quietly following 7. That's a lie, Junpei thought to himself. He had difficulty enough believing 7 could play the piano. But even if he could, the piano they just left was largely useless. The keyboard was completely scrambled. If 7 wanted to come back, it was unlikely he intended to do so in order to play the piano. But if that was the case, why would he leave the piano? Why would he have left the door unlocked? Junpei frowned, took one last look at the door, and then walked toward his companions. So, I've been Vampire218, bringing you another installment of my 999 Let's Play. If you like the video and you're interested in the story, please make sure to leave a like and tune in for the next episode. I mean, it's a really good game. It's really starting to pick up now. The first couple episodes were really story and just me talking, and there is another big portion of that. But I do tell you, Virtue's Last Reward, the second game in the series, really picks up that. So I'm a Vampire218. I really hope you're enjoying this series. I'm really enjoying making them, and just the nostalgia of coming back. And I guarantee you, Virtue's Last Reward you will enjoy more, just because it is probably the best game in the series in terms of just everything. Anyway, I've been Vampire218. Bye!